Well, hi, I'm Dr. Lou Cozolino. I'm a professor of psychology at Pepperdine University, and I'm a clinical psychologist and consultant, and I've also been studying neuroscience for the last 20 years. Social neuroscience is a relatively new field. So actually is neuroscience. But social neuroscience began in the 1970s, where biologists, I guess, started looking at the relationship between social behavior and biochemical processes. I remember my parents saying this when I became a teenager, is sort of like, what happened to you? Like, you used to be my child and now you're either possessed or you've become something new that I don't understand. And I think probably the value for parents in social neuroscience is to understand how the brain develops and that the brain is developing in a social context that isn't an organ like other organs in the body that sort of just is involved with internal processes. The brain actually links us to each other. Right? So the brain is a social organ, and it's also a social organ of adaptation. So what happens one of the things that happens, one of the many things that happens for teenagers, is that evolutionarily, remember, by 12 or 13, for the most part, we'd start leaving our families and becoming adults, because that was when you started reproducing and started having your own families. Our culture now, where kids are held back so long that the fetus isn't even considered viable until someone graduates from college. And so you have people that are ready to do something meaningful and important, but they're kept not doing anything, and so their attention goes to what sort of sneakers and jeans they're wearing and how they present on social media. So part of what we see, the kind of wackiness in adolescence, I think, is probably partly due to culture and a prolonged childhood that isn't the best match for brain evolution. In part, it's a child's job not to respect their parents, and again, like in this limited domain, because, and think about it evolutionarily, what's true for your parents, the belief systems, the structures, the survival abilities, what was true for them may not be true for you, because the situation, the environment might have changed. And it's probably as true now as it's ever been. Right? Because of technology and how the way the economy is changing and all. So there's a built-in disrespect that I think is part of the survival of the species. So there needs to be a healthy disrespect, and there also needs to be a healthy latitude, I think, on the part of parents to allow children to have the healthy disrespect, because that's what's going to allow them to innovate for the life that may not be the same as their life. You can have the powerful adolescence. At the same time, there needs to be a balance of the value of wisdom and the value of experience.